the ball is out of bounds. She's beginning to learn boundaries. She knows she's allowed to go on the porch, but she's not allowed to go past the sidewalk anywhere else. She's gonna get her frisbee. Hey everybody, welcome to Life at Sunny Lea with Kathy Jarvis. And it's going to be a cold day today again. Sunday we went to church. Then we went out to eat afterwards. And I spent some time getting the animals ready for this cold weather that we're supposed to be getting. And I put a new cover over Dusty's crate now that she's going into the crate at night. We have the new bed in there. We have the heating pad in there. Now we have an insulated cover over the crate also. So I've been watching her to make sure that she doesn't chew the cover, that she knows it's my cover and not hers, not a toy for her. And I changed out the heater. That one, I love that one heater. It's supposed to be able to set it for like 50 degrees and it's or 56 degrees, and then it's supposed to turn on and off by itself, which it doesn't do. So I'm going to be moving that heater upstairs into the sunroom and putting a new heater in on her room. It doesn't allow me to set a temperature, but it does have a temperature control, so I'm gonna have to work with it throughout the week and get it so it comes on and on at the temperature I want it to come on and off at. And let's see what else. I added insulated curtains to the sunroom, so hopefully that will make that room a little bit warmer. The only problem is that they're close to the baseboard heaters, but that's the reason I'm putting the space heater in there, because we're just turning the baseboard heaters off. They're not really keeping the room as warm as we want, and we only need that room warm when we're in there. And people forget to turn those baseboard heaters off when they're done. So we just figure put a space heater in there. And we can turn on if we're in that room and turn off if we're not. We usually don't use that room that much, especially in the winter time. On Tuesday, my husband went to a retirement party up at Indy, and I had the day to myself. So I decided to make some bread and some cookies. On Tuesday, I made some snickerdoodle bars, a loaf of garlic herb bread, and a batch of trail mix cookies. And I don't know if you can see out the window or not, but I took all the asters and cut those down. I've got them laying there on the pile. I'm gonna wait until the seeds drop out for sure, and then we'll carry them out to the compost pile. And I worked in Dusty's room. I added the cover to her crate, which makes it warmer for her, and I added a new heater. On Wednesday, we went and had a family get together with Bill's brothers and sisters. One of his sisters couldn't make it, but the other one did, and we had a good time. We did not have our annual Christmas party this year, so this was kind of our get-together for it, just with the immediate family. On Thursday, Chris and Bill left for town early, and in the meantime, I brought Dusty outside. We played outside for a while, and then I kept her in the house the rest of the time until everyone got back home. And she did really, really well. We were working on place with her new elevated bed, which was supposed to be our Christmas present, but since I was changing the room around, I went ahead and put it together. and we're teaching place on it. And she's done really, really well. She's still digging. And Chris had an interview for a job, which he got. It's a part-time job, but it's a job. And then on Friday, we woke up to this snow, which Dusty absolutely loves. And yep, she likes eating the snow. Yep. So that's our Friday. We're gonna spend it playing in the snow and shoveling snow, and then taking Chris to his job tonight. So yeah, good week. On Friday, Bill went to town most of the day, and Chris was sleeping, because he had to work on Friday night until Saturday morning. And Doug went to town, so it was just Dusty and I in the house. And we had gone out that morning, played in the snow, and she told me she had to go outside, so I took her out. Didn't think that all the snow had melted, and it was Mud City. I came back in covered in mud. She came back in covered in mud. And the reason we were covered in mud is because, let's just say, I was glad I had 2 collars on her, and I was glad I taught her to recall. Her one collar that was attached to the lead slipped over her ears. I saw it going, so I ran towards her, and she stopped and looked at it, and I called her, and she came, and I grabbed the other collar before she could take off real quick, and then it was a wrestling match. She did not want me to I had to undo the lead from the old collar, which was all covered in mud and a water hole, and I had to get the lead onto the new collar. Plus I had on thick gloves. It was cold, it was wet, it was slippery, and she thought we were playing. But I did get it on, and then when brought her back in, I had to bring her in through the front because I didn't think about being, muddy and stuff. So I had to clean the foyer. I had to clean my coat, wash it. I had to wash the jeans I had on. I had to take and dry her off, get all the mud off of her, put her in her room, turn up the heat because she was wet. So I wanted her to dry off more so than just with the towel. And we had a mess. And then when Bill got home, it was just about time to eat, and we had pizza. And then he had to take Chris back to work. And he worked from like 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock this morning. And I went with him, and we went to Walmart, and we bought a new collar. And this time I bought a leather collar. I bought one with a buckle instead of the plastic, because she is so strong that I kind of worry about that plastic buckle breaking. So I wanted a nice strong collar for her. I put the Dusty Rose red collar on her all the time now, and I changed and put her IDs and stuff, her tracking, I put on this collar, so when she's outside, both collars will be on. So that's another reason I keep 2 collars on her at all times when we're outside, just as a safety. And we went and got the collar after we dropped him off at work, and came home and trained her and went to bed early because he had to get up at 4 o'clock to go pick Chris up. I have not talked to Chris yet this morning to see if he liked the job, but his dad said they seemed to enjoy it. I'm up early because I had to take care of Dusty's room. She had made a mess in there, which is par for the course since she's used to the indoor potty, which isn't even in there right now. We have a new one ordered, but she was eating the tray, the plastic tray. She was trying to chew it. So we have one little corner that she does her thing in, but I have to clean it up before she gets to it because she sometimes has a bad habit of eating poop. And I talked to the vet, and he said there's nothing wrong with it as far as, you know, as long as it's her own, and as long as it doesn't make her sick, which it did make her sick the first time. So I still try to get down here as soon as I know she's done something. I come down here and clean it up. And I can usually count on between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So I try to get down here before to take her out, but it's cold outside, it's wet, no one else is up, and she gets fairly excited outside, and I kind of want to keep it quiet until everybody gets some sleep this morning. So I cleaned that up, and it's snowing out there again, and it's wet. So I figure if I take her out, well, it's this temperature and the ground's still wet, she's going to come back as a muddy mess again. So we got a new potty, indoor potty ordered. It's being shipped, and I think it's going to make a big difference. It's got the tray inside of a metal tray that she won't be able to eat. So we'll see when it comes. And as far as Saturday morning goes, it's quiet, snowy, and just kind of relaxing with my cup of cinnamon caramel coffee, which is very good. So we have nothing planned for Saturday. So just gonna play with the dog and play in the snow when it gets a little bit deeper. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. Come on.